Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Heroes of Absalom. We are
Yeah, that's what
3KG. I totally messed up my
right.
intro.
Are
We
you
play Pathfinder
confused
2nd
about where we
Edition.
are?
We're very inquisitive this week. We're not really sure.
Yeah.
I was reading about a magic item, which in classic Paizo fashion is ambiguously worded, and it got me confused. And then I heard the music and I panicked, and then here we
Where you
are.
were.
Thanks for joining us tonight as we continue.
Out of body experience.
It really was. Thanks for joining us tonight as we continue our Heroes of Absalom campaign.
Woo.
Ben, why don't you give me some stormy music?
Oh, okay.
Stormy
Will,
weather.
are you in a secret laboratory right now?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to change that too. Thank you to Discord for providing us with backgrounds.
Shout out. Should we all backgrounds? Oh, it's already
Stormy. Do you want stormy music or
Just
like
stormy
the
weather.
sound of
Stormy
storms?
weather.
All right, let's see how this sounds.
on. Stormy
That's good.
weather.
That's good.
Not bad. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, do you have fire?
Hold on, guys. My power might go out. There's a storm brewing outside.
I don't know if I can layer them on the fly.
That's fine. Just give me some fire.
Find some crackling
Okay.
fire.
You want fire, not storms?
Yes. Don't worry, this is going somewhere.
I want both, Ben. If you can't give me both, then don't even bother.
If I had that ahead of time, I could have made a sound set. But
Oh, I know.
I can't do
I
it on
know.
the fly.
I know.
Then you'd know.
Hey, just kidding. Yes, I can.
It was all
And
a
you're a
test.
wizard.
It was all a test.
There you go, Will.
All
It's an
right.
intense fire.
I just want to take an opportunity to thank Ben Johnson for running our music off of Sirenscape.
Yeah.
It's Sirenscape, everybody. They request politely that you occasionally mention them when you're using them on various streams and content creation. And I realized that we haven't done that in a while, so I wanted to
I mean,
give
we also pay them, so like, you know.
Ben an opportunity to flex his Sirenscape muscles here as we go into the recap with a nice little stormy background. And a Wilhelm scream. Our group, the Secreteers, is currently hot on the leads that they are getting about the Twilight Four. The Skinner, now deceased, the late Skinner. The Infector, the Rumor Monger, and the Grey Queen. Four shadowy Kabbalists hiding amongst the denizens of Absalom, all in a secret organization dedicated to Norgorber and his skin saw aspect, dedicated
I don't like that guy.
to murder and wanton destruction.
We still supposed to have the stormy sounds behind us? right now?
Well, I mean, I guess not, but that's okay.
That was just for the Sirenscape
It was
plug.
it was
I
the Sirenscape
misunderstood.
bit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was messing with Ben.
Bring him back. I want him.
I thought it was for the thing. I'm
The
sorry.
people deserve their stormy fire sounds.
I was confused. I didn't get the bit. I'm sorry.
Their most recent lead on the Twilight Four was the fact that Jinbi, one of the orcs they rescued from the Skinner's sanctum, told them that he was brought there by the Watchboard Dogs, a gang operating out of the Docks district of Absalom. Apparently, they were closely tied. The gang was laundering money and bringing captives for sacrifices. And now the group is tracking down the leadership of the Watchboard Dogs, Marissa Joan, to attempt to find out more about her relationship with the Twilight Four.
Her name is Marissa Joan.
Yes.
Okay.
Jonne.
Okay. Like Jean.
Jean.
Marissa Jean.
Their searching leads them to the discovery that the brother of Marissa Joan, George Joan, that's a fun one,
Jared Joe.
is currently handing off a gift, theoretically, to one of his friends on a ship. They head to that ship and see that his friend's henchmen were being tossed overboard by the washboard dogs. And as the group jumps into action to defend the merchant, Jord tosses a glass contraption at Oski, which erupts in a plume of smoke as Jord disappears.
Jared.
Plume of smoke dissipates to reveal some kind of demonic figure, this large wolf-headed creature that teleports around the battlefield and inflicts disease and draining our good secretaires. Unfortunately, they were unable to land the killing blow as it dimension doored away. Directly after this, Twinkletoes sees off in the distance out over the bay a rowboat, seemingly moving of its own volitions, oars flapping through the water with no driver. What I'm going to do now, we're going to do a little something special.
Special?
Because it is my interpretation, please correct me if I'm wrong, it is my interpretation that you all would like to catch this person.
Yes.
Is
On
that
the
a
rowboat.
fair assumption?
Yeah, I think
So let's
I think
go
so, yeah.
to the map. And we're actually going to go... Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. We're actually going to go here.
Oh,
To the here?
To the now.
Whoa.
So, we are running a chase scene.
Whoa.
Brought to you by the wonderful
Ooh.
chase mechanics in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So the way this is going to work is there are going to be a number of obstacles signified by this ladder that you see. And your objective is to overcome the obstacle that Jord is currently at.
Okay.
We're going to go in turn order, but there's no set initiative. Basically what's going to happen is all of you will go, and then Jord will go. And then all of you will go, and then Jord will go. And you each get to do one thing. There's no set number of actions, but you all get to do one thing, predominantly skill checks. But I'll talk about what else you can do. Each obstacle, I will present 2 applicable skills that you can use. However, you can make a case for another skill that you have in the circumstance of this obstacle. Make a case for it, and then we'll decide, all right, will that work, how effective it is. I'll give you the go-ahead, or say probably something maybe a little different, and then I'll set the DC, you'll roll, and what you are trying to do is meet the number of obstacle points each obstacle has. So for instance, the Slippery Dockside has 4 points that you need to accrue to pass the obstacle. A success is 1 point, a failure is no points, a critical success is 2 points, a critical failure is -1 point.
Ew.
Now,
Don't
that
want that.
being said, if you can make a good case for how a particularly powerful spell or item effect would help you in this scenario, it could give you free points without having to roll, or potentially, if it is extra applicable, again by GM determination, it could just bypass the obstacle altogether, and then you'd get whoever still has to go would start working on the next obstacle before you even finish the round. So, let me set the scene. We see the group all turn as Twinkletoes shouts, "Look!" Pointing over the water, you see this empty rowboat making its way towards the pier next, adjacent to the one that you're currently on. It is late. The docks are covered in water and rope and boxes from the day's activities. And as you all begin to set course over towards the next dock, you have to overcome moving quickly on a rather slippery, grimy, some places moldy, and occupied dock. The two main skills that I'm looking for here are acrobatics to avoid slipping and falling, or perception to notice where the worst spots of the dock are to avoid them. Like I said, we can go in any order, but each person will get to do one thing in this round. Go ahead.
I'm obviously gonna do acrobatics.
All right.
Is there any limit on who can take which ones?
No,
Like,
and you can do
no one can
repeats. Yep.
Okay.
But everyone
I'm gonna-
has to do a thing.
I would absolutely be perceiving.
Twinkle, go ahead and roll me that acrobatics.
That's gonna be it's a 15 on the dice for a 34.
A 34 is a critical success. Off to an amazing start. So, that is already 2 points on the board for the Secreteers. Kashak, please roll that perception.
I hit a 19 on the die for a 38.
A 38. Okay. That is also a critical.
And we catch him already.
So, you, between the mixture of Kashak pointing out where there are like puddles, slippery spots, places where the pier is maybe broken or dangerous, and Twinkletoes just leaping, her incredibly dexterous movement getting across, you all get past the slippery dockside. Now, you come to a
Just mechanically, do Oski and Bastro, they just like also pass? Like that's
yeah, it's a group thing.
even. Okay.
Yeah. Now, Giord ducks as he's rushing past. He's now made it off of the boat. You see that the invisibility fades and rushes through into a crowded tavern. Throngs of off-duty stevedores and sailors just kind of carousing and making a hubbub. He's sliding, slipping through. Oski, what would you like to do?
What are the two skills for this
yes.
one that you are
We're looking for
looking for
intimidation.
primarily?
Intimidation to coerce the drunkards to move, or religion to recite the appropriate Kalianite articles to encourage the patrons to let you through.
I think Oski's taking the lead from Kashak and Twinkletoes, who are, gesturing where to go. Twinkletoes diving through, and like showing the way. Oski will burst into the tavern and just trying to clear a path for Twinkletoes. We'll just get up and shout, "Everybody move!" And he's gonna roll intimidation.
Please.
Razik.
The 22.
22.
Horrible roll.
You just get blank stares, and one guy just kind of like drops a mug of ale onto your armor as you like yell and shout. But nobody seems to really. All of them are just drunkenly looking at you like, "What's your problem, man?" Bastro.
Bastro would be inside the tavern with Oski. He's going to roll. Can you roll detect magic to see? Because he knows this guy is actually just perception, normal perception to try to find this guy. See if he's poking his head out in the crowd.
Okay. It is going to be a little bit harder as you are in a crowded bar, but please, you can roll perception, see if that can earn you something.
That is a 29.
29. Yeah, so you are able to see this guy like panickedly, maybe in response to Oski yelling, "Get out of the way!" There's a guy next to a door way at the back, towards an door into an alley. You see that he like looks above the crowd, and you're able to recognize the figure as Giord. So you do get a singular point in your favor.
George Joan.
Bastro's like, there he is.
So
That's after.
he moves in to the next obstacle. and you are now all still in the doorway of this, maybe forcing your way into the main interior space. It is the second round of this chase. Everybody has an action now again to interact with the rowdy revelers. What would you all like to do? Intimidation
Can either
or
be
religion?
religion or
It doesn't have to be. It's just those are the most appropriate. Would be intimidation or religion.
Kashak will reinforce the intimidation. Maybe stand behind Oski and shout something to that effect.
Okay.
Astro's rolling
I
religion.
am, with my reputation amongst the docks, like my long-standing reputation, I'm gonna use intimidation and say, "Get out of the way if you know what's good for you." And
All
also
right.
rolling.
Kashak, what'd you get?
28.
28 is a success. Twinkle Toes,
Also a 28.
also a success. So, 3 people now bursting in, yelling "move," and people are beginning to part the way for you, and you're able to start like shoving, pushing people to the side as they're getting out of the way between you and the door. Oski and Bastro.
Oski, I think just having this flagon of ale or beer spilled on him is going to try to take a page out of Caden Kalian's book and see how to appropriately respond in such a scenario to get out of the way. With a not much better roll. It's an 18, religion.
18 total, unfortunately, is not going to net you any progress. Bastro.
He's also going to roll religion.
Okay.
That's not too bad. 25.
25. Okay. So you're just going through your memory, trying to remember some of the recitations, maybe that you learned at one point for some of the varying religions, and maybe a bit of almost divine inspiration comes to you. And in your head, you hear the voice of this middle-aged woman speaking lines of verse, and without even really realizing it, you realize that you yourself are speaking those words in unison. And as people are gathering around you and listening to what you say, they all begin to join you in this canon of a verse from the Kalianite text. And they all begin to move towards their tables, and they begin slamming tankards on the tables in rhythm to the words. And it basically like clears the bar area as everyone like moves to the table, moves to their cups, and you're able to just start zooming through. And that is...
And the guy running away just comes forward weeping as he asks for forgiveness.
Cleanses himself in a stout beer.
yeah,
prostrate before
Mans
his
is already
god.
gone. Speaking of Mans...
Stand is does a keg stand.
Speaking of the Mans, he moves up a stage. Round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3. So, as Jord was passing through this section, he convinced a group of rough and tumble farmers from out the city limits that he was being chased by a bunch of heathen witches, and has convinced them to waylay you in your progress. You can attempt to sneak past them with stealth, or potentially kind of dissuade them with a practical use of magic. Either an arcana check or a spell.
Right.
Which, look at the magic I can do.
Prestidigitation. Oh, da, 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 yeah.
I'm obviously going to stealth.
I'll do the same.
Please roll it for me.
Ooh. I don't think I did succeed. I got a 17.
Okay.
I have a 32 for you.
32 is a success. Oski, Bastro?
I think Oski, not having any simple magic tricks that would make sense here, and being, as everyone knows, just the world's best stealther, I'm going to just try to convince them that they're wrong. Like, no, you don't understand. We have to get him. He's the bad one. I'll roll diplomacy.
Asmodeus table.
Okay.
I'll roll stealth.
33 diplomacy.
Yeah. You see, like,
Yeah.
two of them are like, wait, ain't that guy a champion? He looks like a champion. Nah, he's not no witch. But the other guys are like, we should throw him in the lake, see if he floats.
I probably would not float.
And Bastro, what'd you get on that stealth?
Bastard, the actual kind of a wish.
30, 20.
Dirty 20 is not enough, and I will remind you that a particularly useful or dazzling display of magic could coerce these people away from you as Jord gets farther and farther away.
Jord!
Baxter spent so much time practicing stealth, he just wanted to try it out.
Buddy.
It's the next round. Everybody has another action to use.
I'll try to stealth again. It's not much better. 20.
20's not going to cut it.
Nope.
I'll stealth as
All
well,
right.
and I think that would look like just trying to teach, like, show the other people like where the stealthy path is. Like, go this way, you'll get around them. And so, that's at 30.
A 30 is a success. And remind me, you succeeded on stealth last time, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot to give you that point. So that's 3. Just need one more. Oski Bastro.
Think Oski. Can I make a case, since Kashak's last action he did was showing the way? Can I make a case for follow the expert with stealth here?
No. Because he would have
Okay.
been rolling that at a different.
Well, that's Quiet Allies. That's a different thing. This is simply him following the expert.
Oh, what does that give you again?
Similar bonus, but
I have
it's
a
two,
plus
but it's
12.
not the feat that I'm doing.
I have a note saying if I follow the expert, it's plus 12.
Okay. When's that note from? Has it been updated since you leveled up?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
because it's the proficiency. It's your level as a proficiency bonus, and you get plus.
You are
3
welcome to. You are
somehow.
welcome to try it. You're welcome to try it.
So he just convinced some of them to like that. Oh yeah, this makes sense. While they're discussing, he's going to try to sneak past where Kashak is showing. That's an 18.
That is unfortunately not enough.
Clank, 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 clank. clank.
You're actively in conversation with these guys trying to sneak away.
Like,
Bastro,
no,
what you got
yes,
for me? What do you want to do here?
Bastro just wants to run through these guys. He just wants to bulldoze past them. He wants to roll it.
in athletics.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
I will also remind you guys that you don't have to go in the same order. There is no order here. What'd you think? What'd you get there, buddy?
I got a natural 9 for a total of 28.
28 is a success.
Good thing. Why'd you look so upset about that? Yeah.
It's a 9. I wanted to be past 30. I wanted to get I wanted to go above.
He wanted a crit.
I did, honestly.
Bastard, is there a reason you're not just doing like any magic to show these guys that you're a wizard?
Magic is to be used as a last resort. Oh, yeah. I forgot that was a thing. His
Oh, the
magic,
sneezing horse.
his magic is just bulldozing through. Magical.
Sick.
Oh, the sneezing horse.
So, you all get out of this alleyway, past these rednecks that were just chilling there, that Jord convinced you to, or convinced to waylay you because you were heathen witches. And as you get past them, you realize that at the end of the alleyway, the exit back out into the street, there's a horse, a horse that is attached to a cart, which is currently erupting in a fit of sneezing, causing the cart to be blocking. I kid you not, causes the cart to be blocking your egress from the alleyway. It is going to be. What has happened is that the cart has actually broken off during this fit of sneezing and is unable to move. So you could either attempt to mend the axle that is broken to get the cart moved, or calm the horse with nature or medicine and get the horse to move.
Will I have a +1 neti pot in my backpack? Can I just flush out the sinuses on the horse with that item?
Absolutely. I mean, that is a once per day item.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to spend that resource on this, I will allow that.
I will roll nature to apply that +1 neti pot.
Is it a +1 striking neti pot or just a +1 neti pot?
How dare you ask me that question? My father died to a +1 striking neti pot. 18 on the nature.
18 on the nature?
Yeah.
You've honestly never really interacted with a horse in your life.
Kashak spikes the neti pot and says, "Useless waste of 200 gold."
Anybody else?
He goes straight to the cart and is like, "Oh my god, I can finally make use of my crafting skill.
Crafting is useful.
Such a garbage stat."
I feel like they just kind of threw this one in there too.
Yes, and I rolled well too. It's a 32.
32 is a success. And I feel like they
It
definitely.
should be a crit success because it's crafting.
That's not how the game works. Bastard Twinkletoes.
Oh my god. Oh.
Crafting nature medicine, or make a case for something.
Can I
Items, spells.
tumble through the bottom of the wagon to continue chasing?
Yes, it's gonna be difficult. This horse is like thrashing all over the place, kicking. But you are more than welcome to try.
Could I flip over top instead?
Oh.
Could I use my feather stepstone to ignore the effects of any difficult terrain or greater difficult terrain?
Feather stepstone. Usually shaped as a cabochon. Anyone know what a cabochon is? Cabochon. Anybody
Nope.
ever heard that word before in their life? Cabochon.
It's a kind of sapphire.
Really? This stone, usually shaped as a cabochon, is a small chunk of amber with a bit of a feather or flying insect caught within it. When you activate the stone, you ignore the effects of any difficult terrain and greater difficult terrain you move through until the end of your turn. I would say that this is applicable.
Fred is wrong. A cabochon is a gemstone that has been shaped and polished as opposed to faceted.
Yeah, so it's like it looks like a marble.
So it's just, yeah, it's been like polished and shaped specifically.
Yeah.
Instead of just like a raw chunk of amber. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I got a raw check amber for you.
That'll get you all through to the next obstacle.
Hot damn!
Dope. Okay.
Making up some time here. So,
So we just didn't solve the sneezing horse. The
Well,
horse is still sneezing away.
Twinkletoes is able to like bounce off the walls, going back and forth like those parkour guys, bouncing back and forth up the walls and then over, and it startles the horse as this halfling just goes flipping over it, and it starts just bolting off into the distance, clearing a small enough path, or
Still
a
sneezing.
wide enough.
Sneezing the whole way.
Yep. Creating a wide enough pathway between the wall and the cart that you're able to actually get through now. Let me just reveal this and.
I still have one more of those.
Oh, nighttime entertainers, huh?
So, yeah. Except it's not the kind you're thinking of.
Okay.
Because you
Aw.
exit the alleyway to see that Gjord is launching himself across the stage of
Gjord.
a nighttime performance in relation to the festival. You see that there's like clowns and buskers and people playing music, and he's just running across the stage, creating a hubbub, and the entertainers are just getting up in arms about it, and like starting to like clear people out and like blocking their stage area as he slides past and out on the other side. This is going to be either a performance to cut through the performance as if you were part of the show, or society to impress the performers with knowledge about their play as to allow your passage.
I am absolutely going to be
Don't ask me,
rolling.
Ben. Don't ask me.
I'm absolutely going to be rolling acrobatics with my acrobatic performance feat, where any performance check I can roll acrobatics
So hold up.
instead.
Bastro is the only one left on this round.
Oh,
Oh no.
right. Sorry.
Your society's
I
not bad,
appreciate
right?
the gumption.
It's not.
Okay.
I'll roll society to see what I can say. He'll stop and just look around, and he'll start commenting on what's going around. Like, oh yes, I understand what this is.
Oh, King Lear, is it tonight?
Oh god, was that a 10 or 16? Never mind. Okay.
What's your total?
Total is 31.
31.
Nice.
That is a success.
Nice.
That is the end of the round, which means
Jared.
Jared makes it to the final obstacle.
Jared.
Each of you has one action to complete this and the next challenge. I would encourage you all to think long and hard about extracurricular things that you might have or extracurricular abilities you may be able to do and which order you want to do them in to be able to clear. Because you will not do it if each of you just roll a skill check without every single one of you critting.
Okay, well then let's strategize for a second
Yeah, take
here.
a second.
Okay, so I have another stone.
Would that work here?
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
But it might work on the next one.
The next
I
one.
can also use my acrobatic performance feat here, and I've got a plus 19 with that. So
I think there's a good chance you could crit on that, so I think that's probably where we should start.
okay.
Because I'm really hoping we can get to the next one because I suck at both of the skills that are on the table right now.
I could use my magic.
Now you want to use your magic bass show. What?
Will, could I have at any point hunted him as my prey?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
All you have to do is be able to see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm
So
rolling.
it's starting with Twinkle Toes performance?
Yes,
I think so.
Okay.
acrobatic performance. That's super cocked. All right, 31.
That is a regular success.
Normal success.
Sorry, guys. 12 on the dice.
All right, we got to get creative then.
I'd love a perception while he is hunted to try to stay locked onto him while all of this performance is happening and the crowd's being pushed and every bit of chaos is happening as he's trying to sneak away.
Yes, but I will remind you that the skills listed are the most applicable skills, which means that other skills will have a higher DC.
It was perform and society, right?
Correct.
Yeah, my performance is 0 and my society is a -1.
Sure.
And I will hero point the natural 1 that I rolled on that perception check.
That seems reasonable,
Ooh.
yeah.
Let's go. That's a 35.
Come on, that's a crit. Yeah.
That is a crit.
Yes.
Yeah!
Apologies if you can hear my upstairs neighbors absolutely pounding on the ceiling.
I cannot.
Yeah, well, Discord has noise suppression, but the stream does not, so we'll see how it goes.
Right there.
Awesome.
There.
Okay, so just to set the stakes a little bit. It's crunch time. Oski, Bastro, you are the only two who have remaining things to do this round. You all turn the corners to see George just tossing canisters of trash into the middle of this alleyway. It is absolutely littered with debris, random piles of stuff as he's like throwing pallets in your way. He's just like panicking, throwing things behind him, and you realize that it is just empty, busy market, like carnival streets beyond. If he makes it into that crowd, there's a really good chance that he just disappears into it.
So, just to clarify the economy here, Bastro and I have an action in this round.
Correct.
There's not another round, though. Is there going to be one more, or no?
No. So at the end of each round, he moves an obstacle. If he makes it out of all of the obstacles, and this is the last obstacle, he is out.
So,
Zarkabor
So we
succeeds.
need to get ahead of him.
We need to hit 2 crits on these 2 skill checks.
Yeah,
We-
Bastro would have to do something great,
Or
or he's
use
gone.
an item that would be appropriate, or use a spell that would be
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Those things
If
can...
anybody else has a feather stepstone.
Well, it's a good thing that Bastard has a certain spell up his sleeve.
He's rubbing his hands together.
Oski does. Oski, I was thinking a spell too. Oski's got a spell, I think, here too. What
So,
are you thinking, Bastro?
let me tell you what the most applicable skills are. First of all, there are piles of trash
okay.
in the disgusting alleyway, blocking the path and obliterating his trails as he's attempting to escape. You could either use a strike with a specific AC to just bash things out of your way, or a survival to spot his tracks amongst the wreckage.
So let's go back to talking about spells. The strike is appealing, but
Strike is the only thing appealing.
That's like for fighters, though, who have like mastery.
Right.
yeah, I have slow. I can cast slow on him, which I think is applicable because it literally is called slow, and we're trying to catch someone. So
It would be applicable if he fails his save.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're slowed 1 for a round, even if you succeed.
right. So I think it still would be applicable even if he passed. It was a normal success.
If that's what you want to do, we'll roll the dice and see what happens.
I mean, thoughts from the team here?
Well,
I don't know the rest of your spell, so I don't know if you have a better one.
Bastard.
Good.
Spirit Link?
I feel
What's
like
it-
Bastro
what's
is
your
really
DC?
excited to say the thing that he's got.
What's your DC?
I just want to break down Oski's spells for another minute and a half, though, if that's okay.
How about
Let's
2?
go through the whole list. Yeah, okay. 2.5. Final answer.
Yeah, I've got another hour and a half. Let's do it.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
What are we thinking, guys?
Oh, I'm just waiting to hear Bastro. Yeah.
is going to cast polymorphing spell on himself to make him go a little bit faster.
What's
he's
the
not gonna
spell
say the
and what are
name.
you turning into?
Okay, fine. Spell is called Elemental Form, and I'm turning into wind, essentially. Bastard just becomes an elemental form of medium size,
Yeah.
and he gets a fly speed of 80 feet. So that's kind of extremely fast. Should be able to ignore all the terrain that this guy created and just catch up to him in like less than
Sounding pretty
a
good.
round. 80 feet of movement, so that's 80 feet per stride, so that would be 80 times 3, 240 feet of movement.
24.
Just trying to see how this 10 temporary hit points factors into my calculations. You cast a 5th level spell, and all of you watch as Bastro mutters the incantation, wraps his hands around himself, and as he does so, you watch as visible currents of air picking up the dust and debris begin to swirl around Bastro, and it just begins to lift and dissipate into this cloud of dust and garbage that he picks up with him as he just begins to zoom off into the alleyway, over all of the debris, over all of the garbage, and slam into Geord's back like a meteor. Just slams into him. Geord goes to the ground, and Bastard, you are on top of him. You all have successfully caught Geord Joan.
Oh, woo!
Been waiting to use that spell.
And it was
Amazing.
a last ditch effort, and it was a good one.
Oh,
Really coming in with the goal line defense here, lads
Amazing.
and lasses. The rest of you pick your way through. Maybe Oski's just slamming garbage cans with his shield, and they're bouncing off the walls of the alleyway as you all piece your way up to where Bastro currently, in the form of an elemental, has Jord pinned to the ground. And Bastro, as soon as you slam this guy into the ground, I mean, he just, I'm sorry. What do you want? What do you want from me? I didn't do anything. What do you want? Nothing.
Astro is still like kind of trying to figure out how to talk in this form. All you hear is whistling and wind. Eventually, you hear or you see Bastro go back to his original form. He dismisses the spell, and he goes, "Oh, much better, finally."
And the rest of us catch up at that point.
That too.
And he's on the ground. He says, "What do you all want from me? I don't even know you guys. What do you want?"
Hello, Geord. You don't know us, but we know you. We need to talk.
About what? If all you want to do is talk, then I can talk. Yeah, we can talk.
Let's go somewhere a bit more private, shall we?
Oh, okay.
Oski,
You're not in any danger. Chill out.
And
After
like,
Oski just manhandling this guy.
Let's hog tie him too. Let's tie him up.
so let me get you a picture of. Well, actually,
Jared John.
This is literally his token here.
Jared John.
On roll
We see Jared John.
20. He's like 17.
Owen Wilson. Looks like Owen Wilson.
Yeah, he's like a 17-year-old, like skinny, a little bit lanky, like 6'2", tall, lanky. Let me
He's
show
more
you
than
the
twice
stream.
my height, but like a bit.
And now he's hogtied.
And apparently now he's hogtied over Oski's shoulder. Yeah, he's just got these like, you know, shoulder-length locks of greasy brown hair. You can tell he's like covered in salt, but his clothing is pretty nice. He's like got this nice, you know, Newsies cap that he's wearing. He seems like he's got decent enough like clothing and bearing, but right now he's just like a frightened 17-year-old kid, currently hogtied to a giant orc champion's back. Where do you all take him?
I heard you call me an ogre. Don't think I'll
I don't know
forget.
why. Yeah, maybe it's my subconscious feelings about you, Ben. I don't know.
An ogre.
An ogre, you
I
say?
know the area. Where's a nearby inn?
Where's that inn
You
where we
just
targeted
you
Chris?
just left an inn, unless you want to go back to.
Don't want to go quite so far and not to that same one.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not the best idea to go immediately back there. Hey, another person we're gonna interrogate.
Wait, are we in like a pretty secluded alleyway?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean
just
you're in an
the
alleyway. Either side, the streets are pretty busy, but you feel like, you know, you put up some of these garbage cans. You keep a little watch. Nobody's really
why
walking
risk
through
moving
here or
them?
anything.
Yeah, then let's do that instead.
Sure.
Yeah.
We hide amongst the trash like the noble heroes that we are.
You can tell that like either side of the alleyway there are things going on. Like there was that play that was being performed literally just on one side, and then the other side is like a busy night market. You can tell that there are like stalls and things set up in honor of the Radiant Festival. There are merchants and all those things. Maybe some street performers and buskers. So it's pretty busy, and there are things attracting people's attention on either side of you. So you've got a pretty good secluded area here if you wanted to.
Fellas who aren't twinkle toes and are above the height of 6 feet, perhaps we can be a bit of an obstruction of people's vision. Just stand in the way, and it seemed like nothing happening down here.
Fellas who want twinkle toes, do you mean the three of you?
Well, I didn't want to include Jord. That would be counterproductive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, I mean,
you
I
know,
could just stand right over there.
under 6
Yeah.
foot.
Oh no, my friend, you're sitting down, and Oski will like sort of grab his shoulder and like lower him slowly to the ground.
Yeah.
So he takes a seat.
Oski, would you mind staying with me? But Bastra and Kashak, could you keep watch?
Sheethra can cover one side, and then Baster and I can cover the other.
That sounds great.
You pat him down for any items useful.
It's been a while since I've put anything on our loot sheet. I'd love to add something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Listen, Geord.
Jared.
You just shaking me down, or
Oski will do
No,
a quick
we've got
pat down
some. We've got
just
some
to make sure.
questions.
Just he'll do a quick pat down just to make sure he's got nothing, no like bombs he's gonna throw out at us or anything. No
Gee.
wands that he can cast things on himself.
Bottles with 12th level creatures in them.
you're patting his pockets down, and you just reach in, and your big ogre hands crush a glass vial of alchemist fire, and you burn it. No, he's got
He roasts alive.
he's got a coin purse with 12 gold, 7 silver in it.
I
He's
don't
got
touch the coin purse.
he's got like a variety of
I do.
jewelry. Like he's got a nice necklace that has like a little ship on it. Might be worth something. He's got a couple of silver rings. Bassro can tell none of them are magical. It doesn't seem to be carrying much else.
Bombs, elixirs, and wands are really what I was looking for.
Yeah,
If
no
nothing, then he'll
alchemical or magical items on him.
He's just gonna be the muscle for Twinkle Toes now.
I do take the coin purse.
So you're
and
just
I
shaking
say,
me down then. Okay.
No, you. This is a bit of repercussions for the things that you just did. Also, for the trauma that you've inflicted on the people I know. So here's the deal: you are tied to the washboard dogs. Your sister's the leader, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You could say that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna tell us where we can find her, and everything you know about how the inner circle works.
I mean, inner circle is a strong word for Marissa. She's one of those.
All operations of the washboard dogs you're going to tell us.
Do you want an organizational chart?
If you have one.
Cool, yeah. Marissa tells people what to do, and then the people do it.
Where do we find Marissa?
I mean, if you let me go, I can set up a meeting.
There's not a spot.
Obviously,
where
that's
she
not
is.
going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know how
At
you
this
think that
point.
that's a smart idea, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you're really not
but-
interested in me. You're more interested in Marissa. So, like, I don't see why we need to be enemies. I can help you out.
What were you doing back at the docks there?
I was collecting on debt that was owed to us.
By throwing people overboard.
Well, they didn't have the money.
So you kill them.
They can swim.
After you stabbed him?
I mean, look, the condition they were in when they went over, I don't know anything about that.
What were you doing on that boat? What were you collecting?
Debts that were owed to the washboard dogs.
And when people aren't able to pay, you murder them?
Well, I didn't murder anyone who owed us money.
What type of debt then did they owe if not money?
Well, the gentleman who owned the boat owed me money, but I didn't murder him.
Who did you murder?
Yeah, I don't know, some guys he had with him. Protection, something like that. Didn't work very well.
Intimidation tactic?
Call it what you want. He took out a loan, he didn't pay it back, he didn't have the money.
So why shouldn't we do the same to you?
I didn't take out a loan.
Why shouldn't we use the same intimidation tactic on your sister that you used on him?
I mean, you're more than welcome to try, don't get me wrong.
Is there a question we're missing here, y'all? Like, if that really was just him loan sharking.
No, he's a pedantic 17-year-old.
Yeah, right, but like,
I mean, you're getting the sense that, like, you're continuing to threaten him, and, like, he's offered to help you. He doesn't know what else he can do. Like, he doesn't want to be here. But, like, he also doesn't want to give up his sister and face her wrath, is, like, the sense that you're getting.
George, you understand that you've just run away from us. We can't just let you go and trust that you'll take us to a meeting with your sister. We can't just let you go. We need more assurance than that. We need something. Or else we're going nowhere here, friend.
Well, what do you want? I mean, you've already taken all my money.
So what we want is for either you to tell us where we can find your sister at this moment, to lead us to somebody to tell us where we can go to find your sister. What is the next step and the step after that?
Okay, all right.
2 steps to
I'm
finding
hearing you. I'm hearing you. I understand. I think we can find some common ground. I can take you there, right? But are you gonna try to like kill her? Like, is that your whole thing? Because you really honestly you keep talking about killing a lot of people, and like I'm not saying I'm a good person, but like I'm not just gonna like take you to go kill my sister, right? Like,
The goal is not to kill your sister. Our goal is to stop your washboard dogs from terrorizing the docks any longer.
to be clear, right? We protect a lot of people in the neighborhood from other gangs. I'm not saying we're the best guys, right? But like, not the worst either. I mean, those sweepers, man, getting people hooked on God knows what, ruining their lives, that's some fucked up shit. By the way, it just in case it makes you feel any better, those guys in the boat, they weren't from the docks. They're foreigners, so I don't know if that helps or...
That doesn't make me feel any better. Like, half this group is foreigners.
Shock turns around at that comment, like, are you fucking serious?
All right,
I was
fine.
thinking the same thing. He's like, look at me. What?
Yeah, I don't know where you're from. There are orcs in Absalom, okay?
So, here's the thing. We keep talking about killing people because we've just witnessed you kill people.
I'd like to repeat, I never killed anybody.
You just had people killed in front of you.
Whatever happened to them before they went overboard, I have no idea.
Oh my goodness. You are such a little shit.
I feel like Ben realizes what I'm trying to do here, right?
That's good. Is so annoying.
Yeah, it's the worst. Oh God. Oski's just gonna put a hand, like while he's doing the stupid word game, Oski's just gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say, "Friend, you're gonna talk straight to my pal over here," gesturing to Twinkle Toes, "or else this is going to start getting rough." And I'd like to roll intimidation on him.
Sure. Please.
I would meanwhile... No, I just insulted him. I'm not gonna roll diplomacy right now.
I'm hero pointing. I'm so over this kid. Good hero point economy. Okay, that's a 34 intimidation.
Yeah, so you're like gripping his shoulder and he's like trying to shrink down and he like just cannot get away from your grasp and he's just like looking up. Well, he's not like even looking at you in the eye. He's just like forced to look kind of chest level as you're pushing him down and into the wall. He's like, fine. Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, we're good. Look, man,
No,
look,
stop
if you
playing-
wanna,
stop
I'll take you.
playing games.
I'll take you, right? Just promise you're not gonna kill her and I'll take you, right? Like, it's that easy, right? We're cool, we can be cool.
We do not want to kill her. We want to talk to her.
Pinky promise.
We're not going to pinky promise that we're not going to kill her. If it comes to it, we're going to do that. But, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. There have been a lot of people that have died because of her actions. So if she tries to kill us when we confront her about it, then, you know, I'm not going to promise you that she's not going to die.
The best we can offer is to potentially neutralize her. However, if she brings lethal force, we will be forced to do the same. And I'm sure you understand.
Okay.
Jared.
We would like to make it known that we always make it our priority to not kill.
So 2 things. 1, your intention with meeting with my sister is not to kill her. But anything that happens afterwards is, you know, you're not gonna start anything, but if something starts, you're gonna end it kind of deal. Right?
That would be correct.
All right, cool. 2nd, if things do start and I don't do anything, can we just, you know, you can just let me go? I'm not saying things are gonna start. I'm just saying if they do.
We're super not into the whole killing kids thing. Super not into it.
Sick. I'll
But I've done it
remember to
before.
not find you in the next 8 months. So yeah. Cool. If the only way this is gonna move forward is I take you, yeah, I can do that, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
The way it seems, Jord, don't you think?
So where are we going?
To the beach. And tries to stand up.
I go to help him up, but I'm not much help considering I'm.
Bastro
Left.
slowly lets him up.
We'll remove the leg portion of the hog tie. We'll keep him effectively handcuffed.
All right. So he stands up and he like tries to brush himself off of the like garbage and stuff that he was sitting in, but his hands are
Kashak
still
puts-
tied, so it's not doing a
Kashak
great
puts the
job.
garbage back on him.
You dropped this.
Fine, fine. I'll just.
It was
change
better
that.
the way it was.
And he begins walking. He takes you. It's a bit of a circuitous route, but it only takes 10, 15 minutes
Nice.
before he takes a turn out onto the boardwalk, and then from the boardwalk to a ladder that goes down to like a rocky kind of shore area. It's not really like a tourist area because the dock is built like above it, and it's clearly like it's not a beach. So he was using that word facetiously because it's just like boulders up to the cliff face that the docks are built off of. And he takes you like down the ladder, trying really hard, struggling with the ladder with his hands tied. And then it's another like 2 minutes under the boardwalk before you get to a sewage tunnel that seems to be draining out into the bay. It's this big, basically you see this large groundwater tunnel, the sense of freshly turned earth and salt washing over you. You can tell that there's been a recent rain because there's a decent amount of runoff in the drainage tunnel, and it's flowing pretty quickly. You approach to see that there are two guys that are just kind of like hanging out in the entryway of the tunnel. And Jord turns to you and he's like, look, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I just gotta go tell that guy that you all want to speak with Marissa, and he's gonna go tell Marissa, and then she'll come out. But one of you can come with me if you want to do all that, but they're not gonna let you just walk in, right?
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Cool. So like he walks up to the dude, one of the dudes at the tunnel, and he stopped you all maybe like 30 feet away, and Twinkle Toes, you follow him, and he says, "Hey, Billy, these lovely people," and as he's pointing, he like picks his arms up and points. Really want to talk to Marissa. So if you wouldn't mind just like going to get her, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, we should have untied him.
And Billy's just like, oh, sure, yeah, no problem. And he like turns around and
We just want to clarify, we really do just want to talk to her. He just ran.
Sure.
That's why.
All right, you can tell it to Marissa. And he just,
Can I make a diplomacy check?
sure.
$30.
Okay. And he just like gives a little smirk towards you. He's like, yeah, okay, sure.
You know how he is. Like, he runs.
And he just like chuckles a little bit as he turns away into the tunnel, and then Jord walks back to the other three. I'm assuming you follow.
Yeah, and as I walk back with Geord, I'm like, by the way, there's nothing inherently wrong with running. Just, if you want a good reputation for yourself, you might want to, like, not be a coward. Just saying. Just saying.
I'm better with the bureaucratic stuff. All right, I'm not really a fighter. Don't like getting punched in the face.
I'm not saying that you need to be a fighter. Just, be aware that, you gotta be able to handle yourself sometimes.
Sure. Okay. And he just kind of like avoids eye contact. He just kind of avoids. He just like stands there, kicking dirt, kicking rocks, for the next 5 minutes, before you hear a cacophony of footsteps exiting the tunnel. You watch 36 people walk out of the tunnel, and they all kind of make these like column of just people as they exit, and you see a bunch of them are carrying the washboards. A lot of them have like cudgels, some of them have crossbows. None of them are like drawn or pointed at you, but they're all just standing there.
Nice.
And then you see the crowd is beginning to part a little bit as a figure exits from the end of the tunnel. You see that the crowd parts to present a human woman in her 30s, dressed in denim and leather work clothes, carrying no weapons, a large silver buckle hanging from her belt, and she walks up to you. She stops about 10 feet out, making a big show of sizing all of you up. You see like eye contact with each one of you as she then does like the foot to head sweep of everybody. And she's just smiling. Eventually she just, after looking at each of you for a good uncomfortable 10-15 seconds each, she just giggles a little bit and says, "Pretty good, eh?" As she's pointing over her shoulder. Bit of a
Yeah, no, that was hot.
bit of a show of force, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
anyway,
a really good one.
Anyway, let's talk, right? That's why you're here. Let's talk.
Giord, thank you. Please take what I said to heart, and I untie his wrists.
And he like, rubbing his wrists, he kind of just like walks back into the crowd. Just Marissa just gives him a little nod as he passes, but he goes into the crowd, and you watch him just disappear into the tunnel. So, what's up with you all harassing my brother?
Well, we really wanted to talk to you, but when we tried to, approach your team last time, they all attacked us, so we thought this might be a better way.
They just attacked you out of nowhere? You weren't doing anything to, upset them or make them cautious or curious about you?
We were absolutely tailing them, but,
Oh, so you were
they...
making them uncomfy, and then you beat them up. No,
Yes.
I heard about what happened from them.
They
Yeah.
threw the first stone, to be clear.
And we left them all alive, just saying.
And I appreciate that. I really do. Let me paint you a little picture here. I'm in a turf war with a bunch of druggies using amped up goons. So when my guys get tailed for a solid 15 minutes by people they never seen before, they get a little jumpy. I apologize that they did attack you first, but you gave them ample reason to, fret.
Absolutely. We did try to let them know. That didn't seem to help. So...
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, all right?
yeah, absolutely.
So,
But, this is why we wanted to talk, but then, we watched your brother have some of your men kill some other guys, and so we wanted to, get to the source before anyone else got hurt,
okay. All right. Well, you got me. So what do you want to know?
Is here a good place to talk, or is there somewhere...
It's where we're going to talk.
Cool, alright. So, gents? We've got some questions?
Anybody?
Anybody? We understand that the washboard dogs, prior to or maybe in concurrence with this turf war, was doing work with a less than savory individual known as the Skinner. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, she's a nasty bitch.
She's dead now.
God,
That
that's-
helps.
Thank the gods. I mean, come on. You've seen her.
How did
Yeah,
you know we've seen her?
Well, if
Young
she's
miss?
dead, I'm presuming you're the ones that killed her, otherwise you wouldn't know that she was dead.
That would be correct. Also, there were apparently some people that were being sold off to her.
Yeah, well, we took a number of people who couldn't pay up on their debts for a long period of time, and she would pay us for them. Yeah. Don't know what she did with them, but it was good money.
Right. Well, most of them are dead now, just by the way. They were to be used for experimentations and tortured, so I hope you're happy about that.
Oh, sorry to hear
But,
that.
so, yeah, I bet you are. That sort of thing is not gonna fly.
Well, it's not going to happen anymore if she's dead, right?
What do you know anything about the people she was working with? We understand you've got a little turf war going on here, but there are bigger threats at play in Absalom, and she was a part of it. We want to know anything
Sure.
that you had about her or anything else going on.
Yeah, well, she was the only one I ever actually saw in person. I worked with another dude from her little group, I guess you could call it, but I only ever met with some of his underlings, some of his henchmen. You see,
What was the other one?
I don't know. Came from recommendation, friend of the Skinner, friend of the Infector. That's what they called himself.
The Infector.
A
All
friend
right.
of the infector or the infector were you being interacting with?
We know who
Well,
the
he said he was a
we
friend
know
of the
of
Infector.
He said he was the person you had contact with was a friend of the infector.
I mean, it could have been the Infector. I don't know. I never saw his face, but you know.
Do you know what the Infector and his base of operations is?
Oh, no, I haven't the faintest. Like I said, when I worked with him, really it was just fencing some goods, and then, well, recently they asked me to look after something, how do you say, really dangerous. Wanted me to take care of it for them for a bit until they needed it.
We're gonna
So,
need more information, friend.
We're going to need a lot more information about that in particular.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, I can help you out with that, but, one thing at a time, right? You help me out a little bit, I tell you what you want to know. All's good.
All right.
So,
I think we can make a deal.
He's gonna have a solve for turf war, I bet. That's
as
where this is
you
gonna
probably
go.
know, the dogs have recently fallen into scuffles with a gaggle of misfits, the sweepers. Yeah?
Yep.
The details of the affair are unimportant. You don't need to worry about that. It would likely just bore you. But, all you need to understand is that I need the sweepers to stop bothering us, preferably for good. See, the sweepers, they aren't quite as nice as us. And she just gives you a big cheese and smile. The weapons and chemicals they peddle have caused a lot of destruction, all across the neighborhood.
We've seen it.
I've even heard credible
Most of it.
rumors that they're brewing up some new concoctions that would give, you know, the folks at the docks no shortage of trouble. She pauses and again smiles pointedly at you. Fortunately for you, I know exactly where the sweepers formulate their new products, as well as the fact that their boss is there. Now, if the dogs were to attack and completely wipe them out, then we'd have, you know, to deal with the sweepers' allies, and a lot of the other gangs would be on our asses too. But if you want affiliated lot go in there, beat them up, mess up their operation, make it look good, and nobody knows it was us, it's a win-win. You go in there, take care of the sweepers, and then I'll tell you everything about this dangerous thing that you really, really ought to know about.
What assurance do we have that once we accomplish this mission of yours, which fear not we will, what assurance do we have that you won't just hightail it out of here, double back on your word?
You want to take Jord back?
No.
It's all right.
I'll give you
Anything
Jord
but
if you
him.
want to hold on.
No.
Look, you're doing me a great service, and honestly,
By
I
taking
want to be
Jord?
fucking done with these Twilight bozos. I want to be out of it. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They freak me the fuck out. All right, so this last little thing that, you know, if you want to take care of that, and then you are working on this whole thing with the Twilight goons, you know, maybe you solve that problem for me too. All right?
Can I sense motive?
Yep.
Sure.
There you go.
That is, I believe, a secret perception.
Secret perception. Yeah.
Yes,
What
indeed.
is your perception?
14.
14?
13 for Oski.
Twinkle Toes, you're not really able to get much. She just seems to be, like, cheesing and smiling at you. She's a little snarky, a little bit sincere. She's clearly putting on, like, a, you know, an act, right? But you're not really able to see past the act. Maybe you get caught up in the performance and the various, like, facial tics that are obviously, like, practiced, that she's using to kind of be, you know, subtle and engage in that social subterfuge. Oski, however, you're able to dig a little bit deeper. You can tell that the Twilight Four clearly make her uncomfortable. You got like a small glint of relief when you all told her that the Skinner was dead, and she seems genuinely to want to be done with them. She said that with sincerity.
Street gang leader with a heart of gold.
Aww.
Oski will like maybe give like a little nod to Twinkle Toes, trying to communicate that this sense that he just received to her, and say, "Well, team, I don't want to speak for everybody, but this seems to be fair to me."
Yeah, alright. One more thing on the table though. We do this for you. Harassment of people who are unable to pay, even though they've just been robbed twice in the past 2 weeks when you're supposed to be protecting them. That sort of thing can't happen.
Look, if I don't have to worry about the sweepers banging down my guys on the street, I'll have more time to make sure that the other gangs aren't moving in on our turf.
Alright.
Okay. So, turns out that the alchemy lab is holed up in an abandoned schoolhouse. It used to be the Madame Cathy's School of Common Grammar and Behavior. It's a bit to the west in the docks, kind of up north, more towards the coins. But I'm sure if you ask around about the schoolhouse, you'll be able to find it. This is they have a number of secret houses all across the city, but look, this is the one, right? This is where they develop the new stuff that they're putting out on the market. It's where they do a lot of production, and it's where Burleth operates out of. All right, so you take out Bloody Burleth, you take out their R&D department, right? They're done. They shatter. I don't have to worry about them anymore.
You don't want to take out Burleth yourself?
Look, I don't care enough about Burleth. Like, if I could see the life drain out of his eyes as I'm choking him to death, that'd be great, right? But like I said, I can't really just go busting in there, knocking him out. I'd have more problems after that of everybody else ganging up on me, all right? There's a lot to the politic, just like the Ascendant Court. There's a lot to the politic of the Docks gangs, and honestly, I don't want to deal with it right now. I've already been dealing with this shit for 2 weeks.
Alright.
So you head over to Madame Cathy's, you knock up the drug business, you do whatever you gotta do to make sure it doesn't come back. I'll tell you what you want to know about this little device that they gave me. Deal?
I think you've got yourself a deal.
She gives you a nod, and then she turns back around the group once more of like 3 dozen of these washboard dogs, just separates parts as she walks through, walks back into the tunnel, and then they all start just shuffling clambering back in.
Any preparations we want to do before we head over to this schoolhouse?
I'm a bit concerned about the alchemy portion of this. They could have all sorts of horrible concoctions brewed up if we start going in and ransacking the place. It does have me a bit concerned. We may want antidotes or anti-paralysis or things of that nature. I don't know what they've got in store.
Fair enough. Alright, so we need to do some, sounds like, acquisition, recon. Anything else?
Yeah, scouting is a good idea. And he sort of looks at Kashak for that.
I'd love a scouting mission. I can prepare some preparations for myself that would make my life a whole lot easier.
Gather intel on stuff.
But no, I don't think we need to buy any more supplies. I have everything I need.
And he just touches his bow and his arrows.
You're not concerned about the alchemy.
I don't even know the meaning of the word.
Oski, if you want to do some acquisitioning of materials, and maybe, yeah, Bastro and I could do some gathering of intel in the area.
Down.
Okay. It's about 10:30 at night at this point. And you all begin to make plans of preparation. We're going to take a quick 12-minute break and be back at 8:40 Eastern Standard. Thank you all so much for joining us thus far. And we'll see how they tackle the Diabel Sweepers converted drug lab schoolhouse just after this break. Welcome back, everybody. We
Hey.
come back to you all making preparations to hit this schoolhouse that's apparently been converted into an alchemical lab by the Diabell Sweepers. What preparations would you like to make? Are you going to take a rest? What's the plan?
I think rest first. Do work tomorrow during the day, possibly hit at night.
Yeah, I just realized I'm under half HP right now.
Yeah, same.
I didn't realize I was down so much HP.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's 10:30 at night.
Oh yeah, okay, let's go to bed.
Yeah, so I think we go back to the safe house, because that's in the docks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
in the docks. Heal up, spend that time just healing up. Oski would also repair his shield. And then, yeah, set out
I
in
have
the
a
morning.
station for you.
Sounds like a plan.
Aw, it's so cute.
Jack, did you have a question for me?
I did. We picked up a bomb snare at some point, and I just wanted to know if there was a specific bomb that was loaded into it.
Do you remember where the snare was picked up?
Of course, the refuse monster in the last dungeon. Same one that dropped in the
In the mega
halls
dungeon?
of the in Eridan's house,
Right.
in Joel Osteen's Eridan megachurch.
Let's find out together.
Lol.
Ben liked that one. It's the same creature that dropped the Scroll of Fly and the Scroll of Holy Cascade.
Refuse monster.
I was just curious if it was like it already has a distinction. I'm sure it does.
Oh! It does not specify.
That's really interesting. Okay.
Basically it's just gonna be one of the alchemical elements, so,
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick Alchemist Fire most likely.
frost, fire, electricity, acid.
Yeah, it's three third level moderate alchemical bombs of the same type. I'm just gonna
Correct.
pick Alchemist Fire.
Yeah.
It's the most damage. So
For the record, I was not looking at my phone, I was reading the book. Thank you.
hey man,
Um,
I keep books on my phone.
fair enough. So we're resting. We're going back to the safe house and resting?
Rested. Yeah.
Yes.
You do so unperturbed. You wake up early the next morning. What are we thinking? Like 7, 8?
What do we know about the Sweepers? We know that they're druggies, but like, what do they do? We know the washboard guys are big, beefy claws, but
They-
like, what are the?
They sell drugs. That's their main source of income. You would assume that they do a lot of similar gang-like activities where they, extort people for protection within their quote-unquote territory. But as to how they fight, you might be able to ask some questions about that. Ask around, see if anybody knows anything, but you don't off the top of your head know anything about that.
It'd be a great gather information, especially if somebody had a feat in which they wouldn't be tracked or understood if they're asking questions about a weird gang that does alchemy stuff.
That
I
feels
have
super
notes.
specific. Are you sure anyone has that?
I'm not sure. I don't think it exists in the game.
Hell, now that you mention it.
But I think
I,
Kashak would also
I-
love to scout out the schoolhouse also.
Sure.
Benji,
Um,
what do you got?
Well, I just had some other notes written down about info we have on the Sweepers.
The Sweppers.
That they're not really about poisons or drugs, but instead are about steroids, bombs, and charms. So maybe I don't know any off the top of my head, but maybe if there are any items
Anti-charms.
that are like good at that or something.
Alchemical-wise, probably not. But
Yeah, I don't, my
Magic
aura
items.
I think gives a +1 status bonus. I think against mental effects.
Yeah. Is there like a break enchantment spell in second edition?
surely there is, right? But it's probably divine, which we don't really have much of. Bastion
I
has
am a
little
divine
bit.
caster, my guy.
But are you a caster though?
Quarter caster. We've been over this.
Do you even cast spells? I couldn't tell you the last time I remember Oski casting a spell.
I cast a spell on Bastro in the last fight.
Yeah, enlarge. That did happen.
I don't know.
That
Doesn't
was pretty
sound right.
cool.
That doesn't sound like Oski.
Or anything that raises will saves would be good too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because if they're not about poisons, like antidote, anti-plague don't make sense, but something that can boost a will save.
Wasn't there something like friggin' brain thing?
Brain
That was
thing.
nothing.
Yep.
That was nothing.
Yep. No, brain thing. You're onto something there.
It's something or other about brain stuff.
Twinkle Toes, while they're trying to look at item lists, why don't you go ahead and roll me a diplomacy? How much time do you want to spend gathering information about the sweepers?
We're starting at what time?
You're waking up at like, I mean, you tell me, but I would assume most of you are waking up between 6 and 8 a.m. And you're going out pretty quickly thereafter to begin various preparations.
Heck yeah, dog.
All right. So probably if I'm waking up at 6, let's go until because sunrise yoga, you know.
Natural.
So probably
Can't skip that.
yeah.
Off the docks,
I mean, I'm
too?
probably
Like, come
gonna. I'll probably spend 8 hours doing this.
8 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do you still use diplomacy or do you use your deception?
Let me check. That's a good question.
So I know your deception factors in. I just can't remember if you use deception.
You also
or
might
diplomacy.
not need to protect against cross-examination because, like, I guess if the word got out that you were asking about, it's not. We're not worried about them finding out. We're about other people finding out you're asking about this.
Yeah. So, anyone trying to gather information to determine if someone else was asking around about the topic in question must exceed my deception DC.
Okay.
So, I still use diplomacy for gather information.
Understood. So go ahead and roll me that diplomacy.
All right. That's cocked. 12 on the dice for a 27.
27. Sure. So you're asking around about the Diabell Sweepers. Maybe you hit a couple of bars. Maybe you go to some of the places, maybe in like the no man's land between the Diabell Sweepers territory and the Washboard Dogs territory, and ask about some of the scuffles that have been happening. You get the sense that whereas the Watchboard Dogs, like, they rely on like brawn and their, you know, sword and board-esque fighting style, it seems like the sweepers tend to be more agility focused and rely more on ranged weapons, crossbows and slings in particular. And you hear that they've been doing something recently to their ammunition that's making it hit harder, but you're not really sure. People don't really know what that is. It's kind of a rumor that there's something going on with, like, you know, the bolts and the slings that they've been using are seeming to do like way more damage than they should be. And that they also do use alchemical bombs. Seems to be,
Okay.
you know, kind of the gist. Is like they prefer not to get into melee. They'll try to you know, knock you out from range with ranged weapons and alchemical bombs.
Wonder if we get some like basic energy resistance elixirs as well.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I cracked the case, by the way.
Resistance.
I found the item we're looking for. We can all get Black Pearl Aeon Stones, which give us a reaction to get a +4 status bonus to our saving throw against a triggering effect. The triggering effect must be a mental effect. The price tag is only 2,000 gold apiece.
Oh,
So we're chilling.
I got that. Yeah, I'm totally good.
All right, have that.
Yeah.
in that
As
box.
soon as he said Aeon Stone, I was like, ooh.
It's a 12th level item, so that's a little bit. And whether or not our save is successful, we attempt a counteract check at plus 30 to immediately reflect a copy of the effect back at the originator. So,
That is
Kashak's got this on the shopping list.
a pretty good item just in
Pretty,
general.
pretty crazy, actually. No, but there's one Serene Mutagen, which gives you a bonus to will saves, but it doesn't. The drawback is that you take a -1 to attack rolls and a -1 per damage die to damage rolls. So like, it's just not worth it at all. I think we just kind of go in with raw power. I don't know if you spellcasters have anything that gives bonuses to will saves or mental effects or
Energy
anything
resist.
like that.
I'm just naturally resistant to mental effects.
True, Doug. True.
Mental damage.
That's so powerful. It's
Really
great.
glad you're helping out Twinkle Toes with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prof,
Trying my best.
word up to you.
Kashak, go ahead and roll me a stealth check and a perception check as you are
Yeah, bro.
casing the proverbial joint.
Stealthione and Perceptione.
See, in that order.
Stealth. That is a 37.
Oh, okay.
That's it?
And then a perception.
And then a perception.
Ew. That is a 21.
3-1. Okay. Jack,
Will?
do you see the fact that I've taken you to a new map?
Nope.
You may have taken me because my screen changed. It's all black, but
I
it
did
changed
take
what it
you.
was at.
I'm Jack T, not Ben John, but not Ben J.
Yeah, but
Might
you
be
were
confusing,
next
but-
to Jack T, which is why.
Oh.
Easily confused. It frequently happens.
I'm on a new map now.
Very good. So,
No, I'm on a new map.
let's do one of these.
Couple of these. One or two of those.
Oh, no. You're supposed to reveal roll 20.
Roll 20, not using the function as intended?
Just on the first try, though.
That's roll 20 for all of your tabletop video RPG video
Oh, I know
virtual.
what the issue is. I haven't switched this map yet. Fog of War on. Save settings. Dynamic lighting off. Save settings.
Oh,
Reveal.
it was all dynamic lighting, and I had no token on.
Yep,
I hate to say it, buddy. That is a user error, not roll 20 error.
for sure, for sure. All right, so you get this. You see what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Good. So, let's talk about it as gentlemen, as adults.
Yeah, let's talk about it as adult men. Yep.
So you see a schoolhouse. It is a pretty standard A-frame building, the peak of which is about 30 feet off the ground, off of this. It's a raised platform building, because docks. It's a bit off the ground, and then it's 30 feet from that like porch level that you're seeing. So you see how there are like stairs up to the porch, and then there are stairs up to the front doors to the south there.
How elevated would you say it is? 5 feet, 10 feet?
It's about 5 feet per flight of stairs. So 5 feet up to the main level, and then 5 feet up to that front door. So 10 feet for that front door.
So most of the building is 10 feet above
Correct.
the actual level of the street.
And
Okay.
then the top of the A-frame peak is 30 feet above the ground level.
The floor
or
of the building,
level.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll call it 40 feet from street level.
Yeah. There is a courtyard to the, what is that, east. It seems to be like an old schoolyard. You can
Okay.
see that it's started to, that like puddles have begun to form. Groundwater plus rainwater is starting to make little mini, like permanent puddles in that area. And there are two sweepers that kind of just are patrolling, and the shifts change, but there's always like two guys just chilling, walking around in the in that area. There is a stone porch on that side, just off of the schoolyard, which looks to have another door in. And then there is a set. Basically, the three entrances you're seeing are the stone door, the stone door here at the stone porch, a double door to the courtyard, and then the front, quote unquote, front doors off that wooden porch to the south. There are a lot of windows that are boarded up, and you can kind of see which ones on the map are boarded up. The interior is not lit, so with your perception, you're unable to, it's that glass thing where the interior is darker than the exterior, so you're not really able to see in to the windows that are not boarded. So maybe if you get closer, or if you were to maybe do this at night, you might get a different result looking into the windows that aren't boarded up. But as of right now, you can't see into those. And that's kind of what you're seeing. Pretty much everything else is boarded up. A lot of the wood of this mostly wooden building is like rotten. You can see places where the boards in the porch to the south are just completely broken and cracked open. There are patched up pieces of wall all over this place, all over this building.
Okay.
It's pretty ramshackle. It is clearly an abandoned building. The only reason you know that it's not is because you were told that there's definitely stuff here, and there's people coming in and out every once in a while to change shifts for the guards that are in that courtyard. This big building here to the east of the courtyard is also an abandoned building, but there doesn't seem to be any signs of activity for that one.
So abandoned building there. This courtyard is at street level, so about 40 feet below the top of the schoolhouse.
Correct.
Is the abandoned building about as tall as well?
Abandoned building is maybe 30 feet off ground level.
Okay. Just trying to get heights of things for range purposes.
Climbing.
So I have a very interesting feat for the situation.
Go on.
I have the Battle Planner General feat. As Kashak usually is, I am constantly drawing up plans and battle scenarios, assembling strategies, and gathering intelligence for later use. When I scout an enemy's position or receive a detailed report, if I have a clear indication of the number, position, and identities of my potential foes, I can spend a minute to come up with a battle plan that takes luck out of the equation, essentially. I can roll a warfare lore check, and then I may use that check as my initiative roll later down the line for this combat, if all the conditions that I planned for stay true.
Would you like to do
that? Yeah. So he'll kind of spend a minute sort of drawing up some stuff about this place, and he needs the number, position, and identities of these two foes. It's really only going to matter for this combat. So if we broke initiative, it wouldn't matter, but sure. He'll study them, understand who they are, what they look like, what weaknesses they might have, what not mechanically, but what items they might be carrying and stuff like that, and then I'll roll a warfare lore check.
Yeah. I can tell you pretty much what they've got on them. You see great. That both of them are carrying crossbows, slings, and morning stars as primary weapons. You see that they have a quiver of crossbow bolts. Looks to be about 10. They have a number of alchemical vials. They have, what is it?
Do I get the sense that the slings are for the vials?
No, the vials are too big for the slings.
The slings are just another weapon? Okay.
Yeah, you would assume that they have a number of pouches and various things. You'd assume that they have sling bullets on them.
Okay.
It looks like they appear to have 2, 4, 5 alchemicals each on their belt. But you're unable to tell exactly what they are, but you've seen an alchemical vial before. And that's, they're wearing leather armor. That's about it.
Great.
Specific identities? I don't know.
It's like he'd look at their faces, and if it was different guys later when we came here, that would be unfortunate for me and my warfare lore check. But if it's the same dudes, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, that's the two guys I saw. I know what they're working with.
You see, you overhear a conversation. You now know that one of their names is Shim, Shim. Shim.
He whispers, "Shim,
forgive me for what I must do to you.
And then Shim just starts like rubbing her ears. Something's weird.
There's been a disturbance in the force.
As if millions cried out and was suddenly silenced. Okay. That's about the extent. I'm assuming you're not going straight up to the building.
No.
Yeah,
No.
so
No.
that's about the extent that you get. You did a really good job on perception, but it's still not enough to really see into the windows that
Yeah.
aren't boarded, and
That's fine.
all
Yeah.
but one of these windows are boarded. Like this right here is the one window that's not boarded up.
Is that not a door?
Oh wait, that is a door. Never mind. All of the windows are boarded.
So I would crush the perception then. All right, cool. I'll roll a warfare lore check now, just in case.
Go ahead. And it's just
Oh.
specific to the fight in the courtyard, correct?
And of course, I hit a natural 20 on it. Yeah, it would just be the courtyard fight with these
Cool.
two guys. If we came in there were 3 guys, it would not apply. If we came in there were 2 different guys, it wouldn't apply. And I mean, it says position, but like
Position in
assuming
that
that would
sense
mean
would be
the
a
2
grander.
specific
yeah,
5-foot squares. Yeah.
that would be a
so.
grander sense of position as opposed to exact location on the map.
Do you move one onto the left just to rob me of my natural 20 warfare check? We're gonna
Oh,
fight.
I'm so sorry. Shim moved in the 3
She
hours it
felt the
took.
breeze on her
Yeah.
neck and was like, "Was something out there?" And then she stayed there for hours.
Yeah. So that's the report that you take back to your crew.
And he'll deliver that in pretty intense detail. No other real guards he could see, no other concerns. It's just a building that's decently high up, but not really out of reach for myself and Twinkle Toes.
I do have this this thing here that might be useful to us.
He pulls out the bomb snare, which has the 3 alchemical alchemist fires.
Perhaps if we go into the courtyard, dispatch of those 2 that I saw before, place this in the double doors that goes out to the courtyard, make enough noise, blow a hole in that place, and then come through the front. We can catch them from behind. Create a big distraction to one side, come in from the other, and pick people off individually.
It sounds like a genius battle plan. It's almost as if you've dedicated resources to being good at this.
It's my training. Coming at
And he's like an aneurysm.
All right. Any specific purchases anyone wants to do before we jump?
So, if we're getting energy resistance, those are 45 gold apiece for an elixir for that. I don't think that's worth it.
No, I don't even have that much money.
Hard pass.
I don't either.
So
So,
I have 3 alchemist fires and 3 tanglefoot bags, moderate each. There's no way I don't even have the action economy to use all those effectively. Like, does anybody else
I think-
want
I
some
think
of
you
those?
decided to take them in the instance that something is resistant to precision and piercing.
Sure, but they could be very useful in the situation. So maybe else wanted them for like when we first bust in there. If we want to just all toss an alchemist fire or like all toss a tanglefoot bag. Just
I'll take a tanglefoot.
Sure.
Moderate, you say?
Yeah, mod tanglefoot bag.
All right.
It's just like I just don't have the. If you don't use it, I'll take it back for sure. But like, I don't have the action economy to even use it.
Yeah, I'll take one.
A tanglefoot?
Sure.
Go for it.
All right.
Bastro, you want an alchemist fire?
Bastro's good on the alchemy.
Yeah, you
stuff.
need your actions too.
Bastro doesn't like alchemy stuff as much.
Yeah, he's had a rough experience with alchemicals.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh man, we're really
Alright.
triggering Bastro with this fight.
Yeah, Bastro,
Could be
that
cathartic.
aside, he is going to be looking for a scroll of
Yeah, what you looking for?
dimensional anchor,
Dimensional
Oh,
anchor.
nice.
just in case, because I never want to go through a fight like that ever again in my life.
After I absolutely flamed you for not having dimensional anchor.
I think it's a good decision because boy was that fight annoying.
Yeah, that's a spell that like we as a party really need, especially moving forward, and it is unfortunately entirely on you to have it. So
Yeah, because I'm gonna prepare one spell slot just in case I meet a teleporting foe.
I know, like as
We're
a
getting
mage,
a
it's
scroll.
awkward. Like as a wizard, like it's great because you just have like a bazillion
Exactly.
spell levels, and it doesn't matter.
Exactly. I have 4 spell slots.
Yeah.
I have 5 technically.
Once we hit like a couple higher levels, what is it, a 5th level or a 4th level?
So fourth.
It's
level.
fourth.
Fourth.
level.
Like once they hit a
Fourth
higher level, like 4th level spells, it's gonna be like candy. Like you're not gonna care about them, is what I'm saying. So it's just like utility.
No,
spells.
Magus have the weird spellcasting thing.
Yeah,
don't they?
we can
But they'll
only
have so many higher level spells. Like he's gonna want to prepare his damage in those spell slots, and then like he can use 4th level for like more utility stuff.
No,
But
Well, it depends because for Magus, it's we only can cast from 2 spell
Yeah,
levels.
they've got the weird graduated casting.
oh, it cuts off the lower levels.
So like
Got it.
right now, I cast
Yeah.
4th and 5th level spells. I can't cast any 1st or 2nd level spells.
That's right. Your cantrips like are the most important thing to your life. Yeah.
So Bastard, do you have 70 gold to spend on a scroll?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Where do you guys get all the money?
I just didn't. I didn't buy a lot in the time scale.
Oh, I threw all my money at the wall.
Oh, same.
Oh, and it's a new day, so my goggles of night are available again. Oh,
So
damn.
you spend some time looking for a scroll vendor. Find one. 70 gold for a scroll.
Did anyone else need anything? while
It's
I was-
about 3:30, 4 o'clock when you all meet back up at the hideout. Kashak after his scouting, Twinkletoes after her gathering of information, Bastro after his excursion to find a scroll. Oski, was there anything you wanted to do in that time?
We'll just say Oski spent that time repairing his shield.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's what he did. I was thinking about doing some shopping, but I don't have any gold to make it worth it. So
You have a riveting conversation with the brain in a jar about religion.
oh
Reginald.
right,
Reginald.
Oh,
Reginald.
He's just chilling next to the alchemy workshop. He doesn't have many people to talk to because there's nobody here 24/7. So, and he is. and he's just
DJ
a brain in a
Roomba's
jar.
there.
We gotta figure out like an automaton body for him. We gotta facilitate this.
agreed.
You could turn him into a NPC player character if you put money together for a
An NPC PC?
NPC PC.
Wait, new backup character idea. Build an automaton with Reginald as the brain.
You absolutely could. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock by the time you all meet back up in the hideout. What is the plan? Are you guys going to wait till dark, or do you just want to do this now? What
As
do you
much as I'd prefer the stealth of darkness, the longer we wait, the less my battle plan functions properly.
That's good.
Go.
Less chances of it functioning properly, rather. All right, let's go.
go.
So,
He skitters out of the room.
what is our approach? You have the general layout from Kashak. What's the approach?
I believe that coming from the southern street, we might be able to just even get in through the courtyard. We want to dispatch the 2 in the courtyard carefully, so that I have time to set up the snare at the front, at the doorway that is in that area. We want to funnel as many people from the building into that doorway as possible for the most value on the snare. And I think it might be prudent for us to turn back around and go through the front entrance if possible.
All right.
We're trying to attack the 2 currently in the courtyard stealthily, and it might be best for a Kashak and Twinkletoes mission.
I think it would be perfectly fine for you to wait by the front door, or if you wanted to rush in and make more noise, just stay away from the double doors.
Oh, okay, I'm on the map now. Could you point to me what you were just talking about?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, we have a map. Awesome.
So, coming through this part of the courtyard, Twinkletoes and I and anybody else who wants
This
to
is
be
not
here.
a wall. This
It's
is
a
what is
fence about 5 feet
fence.
tall.
Yeah.
okay.
5 foot
Deal with the
wooden
guys in the
fence.
courtyard first. I want to set up the bomb snare here,
Okay.
and then draw people to deal with a ongoing situation in the courtyard. The door will open, the bomb will go off, that will theoretically draw even more people to that area, and then we'll go in through this front door and sneak behind them and start picking them off kind of in smaller chunks. Hopefully.
Okay, so yeah, deal with the 2 in the courtyard as quietly and quickly as possible so you can set up the bomb, draw people over there, then we go around the other entrance and come around behind them. That's
Yeah, so
the thought.
if you want to wait there, I think that's okay, just to be ready to like open that door. However, the longer we take dealing with these guys in the courtyard, the less the plan works. And you making noise here, once we're like after round 1, isn't really going to matter. It's actually better to make more noise, as long as I have had time to set the snare.
I was about to say, but what if you don't have time to set?
So I was looking at it. I don't see what action economy it is to set a snare. I imagine it's like 1 action to place it.
I don't know. I've never used a snare because I kind of think they're crap.
They are. It's just I played a ranger that doesn't do it. A lot of words about the crafting of them, but I can't imagine it's anything other than just like setting it up with an action.
What was the roof situation of the building?
So the roof is about 40 feet from where the top of the roof is about 40 feet from where we currently are. It slopes down on both sides. This is about 30 feet, and it's a different building from where we currently are. It's just like an abandoned building with a flat roof. Either option is probably fine. Probably not climbing on the roof that has people in it is maybe better. So this building is probably a better choice in my mind.
Yeah, so maybe
takes 1
Kashak
minute
and
to place
I
a snare.
climb up over here.
Takes a minute.
Mhm.
Oh, that blows my whole plan out of the fucking water. Where'd you
There.
find that?
It's.
I think you need like
It's
a certain
crafting
speed.
it's crafting a snare. So, if you already have the snare, like from a thing, but crafting and setting it up are the same thing. Like crafting it out of items you have in your bag and setting it up are the same thing. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's what it is.
All right, let's do it in reverse then. I can place it here with with the next minute, and then we can go deal with the guys in the courtyard, and maybe Oski like bangs on the door and ding dong ditches, and then a bomb blows up.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. So, if we're where we are on the map, which is right in front of that door, I think that's just what Kashak would do next: is take a minute to set the bomb snare in the front door.
Okay. So you walk up the first flight of steps. You walk up the second flight of steps.
Bomb snare goes off.
Blows my hands off.
Check for traps.
Too
I
late,
already
I
gave
think.
you the check, and you did not see them. Kashak, you step up to begin placing the trap, and you hit 2 tripwires.
Oh my god, it's actual bomb snare.
The first, you just hear this low, bubbling, roiling sound that sounds like a cauldron set to boil. And the second is a frost bomb snare.
Awesome. That's hilarious.
Need you to roll a... Wait, does it... Do you even roll a reflex save?
Oh, and this is gonna
For
fuck up my
snares?
warfare lore check too.
Snares...
Yeah, you do. You roll a reflex save.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a basic reflex save for me.
I do have evasion, and I did roll a 33.
33. That is a regular success, which is a critical success.
Hot damn. No damage.
So you're feeling good. Yep. But you
Lusky,
do-
I think, would instantly, once this goes off, shields up, and he's like,
so let me
getting ready.
set you here. You have Trap Finder, right, Twinkle Toes?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm like, I have something.
I feel like
Trying
you
to
had
figure
Trap
out-
Finder because I did roll your secret checks and you did not see either of the tripwires. Yeah, so
Put the bombs on the outside? What the hell?
what would you like to do?
And did they make noise?
Both.
Yeah,
of them
wait,
make
what?
noise.
burst
we
in
gotta-
or something, right?
Well, let's run to the courtyard. So Kashak would turn back around and say, "New plan. Just go to the courtyard. Screw this!" And he throws the bombs there. They just do that. But let's just go to the courtyard.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Oski starts
hold up. I'm
running.
gonna go ahead and roll
Yeah.
initiative then.
Run
So-
away.
Let's do this. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go ahead and everybody roll initiative for me. Using perception.
I suppose, Will, you tell me if I can use the warfare lore check.
No. No.
Oh,
Not after setting off 2 alarms. And not
Super
being
cool
able to-
feat. I will definitely retrain next level.
If you'd
I'm
ambushed them
gonna-
from the other building over top, you would have gotten it.
I'm going last.
Going last. Kashak, what'd you get?
I got a 38, and I will also give my boys some scouts warning with the bomb that went off.
Oski.
Hey, there's a bomb.
Hey, the bomb just went off over there. Did you see that?
32.
32 with the +2.
Yep.
Bastro.
29.
And Twinkle Toes is last.
Yep.
First up is going to be Kashak.
He'll start running towards the courtyard. He will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he will draw his bow.
Okay.
And that's it.
Oski.
It will enter Everstand stance and then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20. Do I still have cover here, or am I totally exposed there?
You would still have some cover from the fence.
I'll go there then. That's my whole turn.
You turn the corner to see these two people with slings in hand looking out in your direction. Bastro, it is your turn.
There's a
Astral,
fence we have to climb.
Bastral will first action cast shield on himself. Second action, enter arcane. Arcane stance. Third action, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Okay.
That's my turn.
This one here.
Arcane Cascade. Can't believe I forgot.
What's the range on that? That's way farther than the sling, right?
I think a sling is like 20 feet. I could be wrong though.
He's gonna whisper to Oski.
Increment 50 feet.
You're
Oh, nice.
you're not in cover.
So they will take a quick step forward to get you within 50 feet. Take a +1 from the fence on your AC.
Yeah.
And they will. Actually. A moment. Remember that time I was telling you about the magical item that I couldn't get straight in my head?
Yeah.
It's their ammunition.
Okay.
Wow, spoiler alert. Okay.
yeah.
You want to tell us and we can walk you through, we can talk through it? Like, no meme, because, like, I don't want you to be confused.
It's spell strike ammunition.
I've looked at this, obviously.
Activate spell strike by casting the spell.
Oh, the Starlit hybrid
Spell
stuff.
must be at the level to hold, and the spell must be retarded. If hit by activated spell strike ammunition is targeted by spell. Wait,
It's 3 actions to activate and fire this.
right, but the ammunition already has the spell in it because these people can't
You-
cast spells.
But you still have to activate magical ammunition. I have to do the same thing for all the magical arrows that I have. Activating it is part of using it.
Right, but they can't cast spells. They have it on their character sheets, and the activate is casting a spell into it. So that would make me think that it's already activated. Like, once a spell has already been cast into it, it is then active ammunition. And you just carry around active ammunition.
I don't think so because I have magical ammunition that just has activate with 1 action, and that's just what you do. Like, it's just an interact action, or it's a this action. It's
Well,
just like,
So
you
it's good-
spend the action to activate the thing.
I mean, it's good to talk through this because these people, again, cannot cast spells, and it's on their character sheet.
Right.
So, to me, it would make sense that it's already been activated. The spell has already been cast into the bullet. It's like a scroll, right? The spell has already been cast into the sling bullet, and then when they hit you with it, it goes off.
So if magic ammunition doesn't have an activate entry, it's activated automatically when it's launched. This does have an activate entry, so it's not activated automatically when launched. Types of magic ammunition that have an activate entry must be activated with additional actions before being used.
Okay,
Once you activate it, you must shoot it before the end of your turn.
that makes sense. Sick. So he'll just sling a regular bullet at Oski. Natural one. Glad you did that.
Yeah, it's weird that they gave you cast a spell strike ammunition on characters that don't have spells, but that's. I would say it's 2 actions to activate and then an action to fire.
Seems reasonable. They will then back up a little bit. Actually, no, they're going to stay right there. They'll sling another bullet. Can't hurt. Doesn't hit, though. This one will do something similar by moving 2 move actions to here and then throwing a bullet at Oski with the sling. Maybe? 25's not gonna hit you, is it?
Nope.
End of their turns. Twinkletoes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I have panache. How high is this fence?
5 feet.
5 feet?
Yep.
Oh, dope. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 5, 15. Does hopping over the fence, is that just part of my movement?
You probably have to high jump,
you'd have
which
to
is a
high
new
jump.
action.
Yes.
Or you could climb, but that's also going to be a new action.
Yeah. I'm gonna get all the way over to here and then high jump over for my final action.
High jumping is 2 actions. You stride and then make a vertical leap, so you could do that with your second and third action.
Exactly
Attempt a
what
DC,
I'm doing.
Attempt an athletics check.
It's a literal high jump approach because she comes from like here and
Yeah.
she curves in and then goes over the fence.
Roll an athletics.
26.
26.
5 foot high.
So yeah, you leap normally and you literally just graze the back or your back on the top of this thing and you land just on the other side here.
Cool. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Very cool. Very good. Very cool. Oski, it is your turn. Top of round 2.
Oski is going to. He will. So it's 5 feet tall. I'm 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
Would I still have to high jump?
You could try to climb it.
I don't want to do that though, because I have to spend 2. I'm 5 feet away from it. It's just the positioning.
Just keep in mind
is
you're trying
so
to climb
annoying.
a 5-foot fence in full plate armor.
Is there a door on the fence at all?
No.
Okay.
It's a schoolhouse courtyard, so it's not like, to go in and out through the schoolhouse. They don't want the
Yeah,
kids.
probably don't want to give kids a door to leave.
Yeah.
Could I just climb the fence with one action and like get over it?
If you roll on it.
Oh yeah. What's the
Be athletics to climb.
Athletics climb. Yeah.
like? What's the DC? Is that a DC that's just you set will, or is that a known DC?
GM determines the DC based on the nature of the incline and the environmental circumstances.
Low. You
Give
could
me
also
DC
break through it.
I'll give you a DC 22.
Okay, I will first action 5-foot step. Second action, athletics check to climb. Cocked.
Your hands are
What?
free, correct?
I mean the shield has like it's got the thing on it, right?
Does it
like
say you don't need a hand for the shield?
no.
You need both hands free to climb. I'm so sorry.
Break through it. Run through the fence.
Yeah, you could try to break the fence. I'll give you that
Eat
one.
the juggernaut.
I'm not gonna break the fence though. It's just not gonna happen, right?
Break the fence. Cast break fence.
This is
What-
prohibitively hard. I genuinely don't know what to do.
Oski, you want me to break the fence?
I mean, the wood is like rotting. You can see that this place
It's
is run down.
wood. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
picturing like a metal fence.
No, it's wooden. It's wooden.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oski will step up and raise his shield. Second action, third action, just bash it in.
Sure. Roll to hit.
Sorry, I missed that.
Well, could this be a
33.
force open athletics check? Or I guess
I wanna
no, it's
strike.
it's
I
an
wanna
object.
strike.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
33.
33 is a definitely hit roll damage.
I am an Everstand stance. That is 17 points of bludgeoning.
17 points of bludge. Crunch. The fence in front of you
Crunch.
just like topples. The bars in between. I moved you back so I could mark stuff. Just give me a sec. This whole section here between these two posts is now passable.
Oh my god, you're my favorite.
That's my turn.
Yeah, very good. After Oski is none other than Monsieur. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah,
Was that skip-oed?
Kashak. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then we will start to climb. We will go on the wall 5, 10, 15 to be 10 feet in the air, and on the wall here, put my little boot on. Boot. Let's shoot at this guy. He seems to be pretty annoying.
Okay, roll to hit.
He's not hunted, but I rolled a 30 to hit him.
That is. Wait for it. A hit.
Hot damn. Okay, just 2d6. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
So a arrow just goes sailing through the air, slams into their foot, and they just let a yelp. Takes 9 points of damage. Very cool. Chitra still not doing nothing?
I have not commanded her, and I do not have a hunted prey, so she is, like, looking around nervously.
Getting a little anxious being left alone. Doesn't know what to do. Very cool. Now it is Bastro's turn.
All right. Bastro, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he is going to trip this person in front of him.
Of it.
Sweep the leg.
Quick leg!
Hero point, because that was a natural 2.
Yeah!
Lady.
Yeah, see?
Yeah! Do it.
Yeah, see?
Good hero point economy. It's going to be a total of 34.
That is great hero point economy.
Against their reflex?
I believe so.
Rip is against reflex DC, yes.
Yeah.
34 is a regular success.
Ooh. Okay. Falls and lands prone, and that's my turn.
Okay.
I
they
gotta put my
are
rule.
on the ground. What's a good prone?
It's the guy with the arrows in the back.
I mean, it's just too good for everything. That's the problem.
Now the back pain is good for like enfeebled and stuff like that, but the arrows in the back is like, ugh, I've been arrowed.
Nah, we're gonna go with the handheld screaming. I'm on the ground.
Oh my god!
I fall and I cannot get up.
As if that's not the catch-all for every other condition.
True. Very cool, very cool, very good, very cool. It is this person's turn. Kashak just shot this person. So this person,
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
their name is Dulit, by the way.
I don't care.
They activate a magical bullet, and then they sling it at you. Piece of
No!
shit.
It's the reason I think that is because it's using the old like 2E spell strike from when Magus was in playtest, and it was 3 actions to spell strike. So like that's gonna be unfortunate. But
That is going to be a 36 to hit.
ooh, you're gonna be pretty disappointed that I'm AC 27 and that's only a normal hit.
It's fine. Spell doesn't crit anyway.
Also, I'm gonna trigger. Did I raise my shield? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I raised my shield and then struck. I'm gonna shield block part of this damage.
Do they have to be adjacent to you to shield block?
Oh, how far up the wall are you? Sorry.
On the wall, not adjacent to you.
But how high up?
10 feet up.
Champion's reaction?
They're not.
Yeah, 10 feet up. I'm 6'5". Come on, that's adjacent. No,
No.
Lift with my arm up. My arm is.
In saying I'm 10 feet, I'm 2 squares above you.
Like
Yes.
the bottom of his feet
Like-
are 10 feet high.
Well,
Not
no,
close
but
enough.
if it's a 5-foot vertical square, I would be 5 feet here and then 10 feet with a square between us.
Yeah. Not,
Fair enough.
unfortunately, not adjacent. So, that is going to be
This spell is like a knockdown. I'm gonna be furious.
no. But that would be funny if they actually prepped for that. Let me start with the actual damage from the sling bullet.
Okay.
That's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning. So you get slapped in the face with a sling bullet. And then Kashak and Oski. You just watch as this like green burst of energy just impacts like seconds afterwards. You also take.
What's the splash range on that?
There's no splash range. It's just like localized to his face.
Why am I rolling?
Kashak, you see, or Oski, you see this happen.
Oh, I see it.
You
Sorry.
watch as his face gets impacted by this green energy milliseconds after the sling bullet hits. That is a 12 points of force damage as a magic missile goes off on your face.
Whoa, that's kind of fun.
Is it 8 points from that?
12 points of force.
12 points.
So 12 points of, 12 points of each. So 12 points of bludgeoning, 12 points of force.
Okay.
But that is their entire turn. This person will stand up because they don't know any better.
Hey, get back down as Bastard punches him in the face. Attack of opportunity.
Roll hit.
That's going to be a.
Burn down, but I get up again.
And I get knocked down.
Would be a 32.
32 is a hit. Roll damage.
Are they flat? Are they considered flat-footed if they're still?
Yeah,
prone?
until they get up, they would be.
Yes.
Is that still
Still just
not a crit? Okay. It's gonna be 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Not bad. So they will still stand up. Also, I don't think you'd interrupt their standing up even with a critical hit because it's not manipulated to move. They're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there and throw a sling bullet at our good friend Basper Baltorn.
This is my time.
Third. Yes. No. 33 to hit.
That's it.
This is just a regular sling bullet for 9 points of bludgeoning. Twinkle Toes, what would you like to do?
I would like to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Actually, I'll just tumble through to the other side of her, I guess, for my first action.
Okay. Roll in acrobatics.
All right. Sorry, brain fart. 36.
36 is success.
Okay.
Let me just double check. Regular success. No, critical success. Excuse me. I don't know if it has a
Wait.
critical success.
Yeah, because my tumble behind, she's flat-footed to me. So
Very nice.
So, precise strike. Which is, sorry, I'm looking for my d6s. There they are. My precise strike is... This is with my rapier.
Okay.
So this is 2d6 plus 6, which I've been doing wrong when it's precise strikes. I've just been doing the 2d6 plus 4, but the plus 4 is supposed to be added to my strength, my strength. So plus 2, so it should be plus 6.
Nice.
All right, so 11 points of damage.
11
what-
points of damage.
What did you just say?
I didn't roll to hit yet, did I? I didn't do that. I was doing a precise strike.
Yeah,
I
roll to
should
hit.
roll to hit first. Yeah.
You almost had me.
Oops. Hey, I caught myself. Sorry, 28.
28's a hit for 11 points of damage.
Yes.
Nice.
Big numbers. Is that your turn?
Nope, that was only 2 actions. Third action, I'm going to parry.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Shim, the lovely redheaded lass, who both you and Bastor are blasting, lets out a shrill whistle. And you hear from behind you in this little shack structure, like wet stepping sounds
Oh
as a
no.
creature
love wet
emerges
stepping.
from the puddle.
Nice.
Oh,
This puddle?
Right there.
Oh, that puddle.
Oh,
that's not great.
oh, give me a better look at that.
Far away puddle.
It's a fun little guy. And or gal.
Creechy creech.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That looks
Merfolk.
fey.
So first action, they emerge from the puddle. Next two actions, they will cast a spell at Twinkle Toes.
Who, me?
Oh yeah.
Actually,
I am currently parrying with my Spellguard Blade.
well,
um,
now that I'm
so-
learning it,
My saving spells are also gain the benefit from my parry trait at the moment.
Wait, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Give me a second here.
Give me a second eye.
I'm needing to get that story straight.
Hmm.
They actually wouldn't do the spell that I was going to do because it would hit their buddy. So looking for a different spell to cast.
Just run up and punch her.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna roll a spell attack roll against you
Okay.
as it like water bends a jet of water out of this puddle to attempt to slam into you. That is going to be heartbreak. 25 to hit.
Miss.
So sad. Yeah, so a just torrent of this brackish water slams in to the wall right next to you, and as you're smelling it, you realize like that's not just like groundwater or rain, it's seawater that this thing has shot at you from the pool.
Weird. Interesting.
And round
Okay.
2. Top of round 3, and we're gonna get it right this time because Kashak is up first.
Yeah. Let's command Sheethra. And I think we're gonna do it with 2 actions to give her a third. So we're gonna have her move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're gonna have her move again 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're gonna have her move again 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
We are then going to fire at this guy again.
Very good.
Natural 2 for a 20.
20's not hit, unfortunately.
Fires. Miases.
Arrows in the ground. Up next is Oatski.
Oski is going to first action, raise his shield. Second action. This is very annoying. Alright, he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I think he's just gonna get in this person's grill. That's the end of his turn.
If you go around him, you can get flanking with Sheathra next turn.
I don't have the movement for that.
Do you not?
No.
You took 15 to get here.
Right, but unless I can't tumble through. This would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15. With that's already I've used the diagonal, I can't.
Right, are you going straight? Go wait, just wait, do it again. You're here, right?
Yeah.
5, 10,
go
15,
straight up.
20, 25, 5, 10, 15. Just go straight around him. Just
Right.
walk around him. Yeah, just walk around him.
5, 10, 15, 20. No, but see, that still requires
My guy,
two
my guy.
diagonals. I
Watch
can't
Kachuk.
do it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just do that.
How deep is the water?
They're puddles, bro.
Foot. Yeah, they're puddles.
So I can walk through it fine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll believe you, Jack.
I just showed you. You didn't even believe me. I mean, I don't want to play your character, but like that's a movement you could do if you wanted to.
Unless you were uncomfortable with puddles.
Does Oski
He
hate
has a
puddles?
secret fear of puddles.
You could also go through Sheathra and then go left around him and not through the puddle. You could go 5, 10, 15, 20,
It's the
25.
end of my turn. It's the end of my turn. Sorry, I'm very tired. It's the end of my turn.
Anywho, end of Oski's turn, beginning of Bastro's. Bastro, what would you like to do?
Bastro is going to start running up towards this person, and as he's running, he's going to cast a spell strike. His right arm turns into a lance of his feathers as he
Gouging
casts Gouging Claw.
Great spell.
The
Along-
classic.
That
Along with,
claw.
he's going to punch a hole into this person.
Do it.
I wish you would.
It's going to be a 31.
That's, in fact, a hit.
All right, and since they're flanked already, they're flat-footed.
Certainly are.
We can try this new method. Will is making me roll dice online because it's faster.
Everyone is actually just begging you to do that.
36 points of damage.
I mean, literally the time you saved. I could have like had a baby in that amount of time. Like,
But it's so satisfying to roll the
Congratulations,
dice.
Jack.
I'm a father now. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, that's at least 1 point of damage. That was good, my friend. She's really happy to be here.
Points of the match, yo.
Yeah,
That
you
is
take
my
a
turn.
chunk and you just like slice through as you're bringing your arm down, just gouging out her abdomen right above her hip, and she is messed up. You just demolish her. That was the end of your turn, right? Please, yes.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
Yes, thank God. It is Duelet's turn. Duelet will draw a Morning Star and attempt to hit Oski with it.
How rude.
All right,
I wish they would.
that was a good roll.
Bring it.
Good roll, good roll, good roll. 35 to hit.
That hits. I will shield block.
Okay. I actually don't think it gets through. 11 points of damage.
off the shield.
Pitang.
Okay. That was 2 actions. Oh boy. She's just going to... She's actually going to attempt to demoralize you, Oski.
Oh. Will DC? I think that's Will DC.
Yeah. She's going to, like, spit in your face and say, we're going to break your kneecaps, Hawk. 21.
Yeah, that fails.
Okay. So nothing happens. That is her turn. This one, right here. No longer on the ground, so let me take off her oops, I'm on the ground token.
Oh no,
Oops,
I'm on the ground.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I'm on the ground! She will 5, 10.
Hey.
Take your attack of opportunity. It's not going to stop her movement, but go ahead and roll.
It might.
10. It can't.
If you believe hard enough. 28.
20, 25.
If you believe hard.
What did you roll?
28.
28's a hit. Roll damage.
Nine points of damage.
9 points of damage.
I said 9, not 10. I don't know. Oh, I heard 10. Okay, we're good.
I said 10.
I also.
I'm Spartacus. Bistro.
It's true.
Bistromi. Bistromi and Rye.
35's a hit. Oh boy.
With these rocks.
Literal rocks.
Yeah, too much action economy. Oh.
Okay. Let's see.
Shimmy, 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 yeah, shimmy, yeah.
Wait, can I have attack of opportunity at her when she moved away, or is it too late? Hey. Gonna 5, 10, 15.
You already have Panake, right?
Yeah. 25. 30. 35.
Hasn't finished, yeah.
I still have 10 more feet. I'm gonna.
Oh, so she can go to like the subway, you know?
Yeah, whole way. I'm gonna. I'm actually gonna end right here.
Yeah, ways faster to go straight and then left.
I was trying not to get my feet wet.
She does. She does a spin move to get around her, and then another jump cut.
All right. This is gonna be an exemplary finisher.
Oh, set an example, lady.
Like that.
All right. That's a 28 to hit. All right. It's my normal finisher damage, and then I get a free action step immediately after. Confident finisher is if I miss, I still get my precise damage halved.
Yeah, they're awesome.
All right. I know, right? 18, 19, 23, 25 points of damage. And then I'm gonna free action. Yeah. And then I'm gonna free action step. Third action, tumble through to over here. Acrobatics. 29. Nice.
Keeps her mash. Banger swash beater.
That feels called for.
This thing's moving too much.
I am gonna use Halfling Luck to reroll that. Only one better, but it's gonna be a dirty 20 now instead of a 19.
I just realized the entire second that, or at some point, my stream got muted. Oh well. You hear this creature cry out to you. You should just walk away and keep walking and walking and walking. As you critically
Is it the motion
fail.
effect?
It is. I don't know. No, it's not.
Dang. Okay.
As you
continue.
critically fail suggestion and must keep walking away for the next hour.
It's a DC 30.
Yes.
That's unlucky.
Oski, you're muted.
Sorry, I was just talking about the crazy, suggestion is such a powerful spell.
Suggestion's so good. An hour she's walking away for.
Holy shit.
Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope my,
Oh my God.
stream mic wasn't muted for that long, but who knows? We'll see on the VOD. We'll see you next week.